everyone, my name is Yuvraj Sandhu, and I'll be demonstrating the cross-site request forgery. And what cross-site request forgery is it's an attack where a malicious website causes a user's browser to make an unwarranted request to a trusted website where the user is already logged on or authenticated. And this request can cause the user to perform actions that they never performed. So changing account information or transferring funds from a bank account. And the way the attack works is because the user's browser automatically sends their cookies or session tokens along with any HTTP request that it sends, this can make the trusted website believe that uh, any request that has the same cookies and session tokens are legitimate and authorized by the user. And this doesn't violate any security measures that the browser has in place, like same origin policy, because it includes the session cookies in the requests that are made from the uh, malicious website to the trusted website, even if it's a different website. To demonstrate, we can just log on here as with the username and log on. And then what we can do is just change the email.ca. And then here inside Burp Suite, we just turn intercept on, and then it will intercept the HTTP request from changing, well, when the email is changing. So then, so it will send this request to the server, knowing that the email has requesting that the email to be changed. All we need to do is forward the request, and I will see the email update. Now, if we look at the HTTP history, we can see that the post method request to change the email, how the server responds to that request, and then it verifies that's from the same origin, and then it at the it changes the email. It updates the HTML form to change the email. Now, if we look at the HTML form here, uh, what we can do uh, to initiate a client-side request forgery attack is that we just have to uh, craft the HTML payload that mimics this form to change the email. And then once the user visits that malicious website, that payload will run, and then it will cause uh, the user's email to change. So we could just craft our own payload here, where we would just get the URL of the where the form to change the email is located, and then we just have to specify the name and the email that we want to change it to. Now, the reason behind doing all this is that this HTML form will automatically uh, submit the email change request to the vulnerable's website on behalf of the victim. And the like this could be like for example, if the user to click on a phishing link to that would load up the malicious website, it could theoretically just execute code like this, which would change their email, and that would be a huge disaster. Now, if we take this code and then we go back to the uh, lab, and then we have to turn it off intercept. You go to exploit server, and then we would so exploit server like this would be like the malicious website. You could have a server that would as soon as the user visits the malicious website by clicking on a link, it would execute this Now, if you want to change the email address to anything, just have to specify here what email address you want to change it to. And what this will do is the malicious website will initiate an HTTP request on behalf of the victim on the target website, and it'll bypass the same origin policy because everything is authenticated by cookies, and once the server request has the same cookie, then it will think that the vulnerable website will think that it's a legitimate request from the victim. So if we go to like change it to 0, 1, 2, 3 at abc.com, store, and then we deliver exploit to victim. Be here, and then see that the email has changed. Now if I go back home and I go back to my account, you can see that the email changed. Now this concludes the client side request forgery vulnerability with no defenses lab, and we can see here that this type of vulnerability is very dangerous and it can cause a great deal of harm, causing the email address to be changed. And if the email address is changed, then the password can also be changed.